Good morning everyone and welcome to you in this daily update on Bitcoin mainly today. Hope you're doing very well as always and you have been able to trade Bitcoin good. We've got the drop here into our second target. When was Monday, by the way, because the last update was on Monday here, so it was around there. Yes, then I recorded a video and since then we've hit the second target. We've got a bit of a range here. Okay, so on the lower time frame it might be here. Yesterday basically, again, I'm posting everything in the Discord server, so if you want to join it, feel free. It's free. Where is this? Here. There, you've got a mini range trade yesterday. Okay, so it was not exactly that one yesterday, it was basically this range here. So it was from this high to this low here, and you can see how good this was yesterday. We've got a swing through pan first of all, then you've got a deviation of the range high, then you've got a deviation of the range low. You flip it the bottom here of the range into support before to get a massive continuation and let me just hide this for a second. You can see here you've got like a lot of shorts at the very bottom on the brick of the move to on the brick to the downside here, followed by a nice bullish CVD, low, lower low, low, higher low, with some longs to reverse all of this. That gives us basically this lovely trade setup here, the one we have planned in the last video. Really, the second one, as the first one was just completely through, just had no reaction basically. In any case, this one happened at night, so yeah, that's pretty cool. Lovely reaction so far of this second target basically. And yeah, so that brings us right now, we're just gonna control everything with this bigger range right here. And by the way, if you're wondering, yes, this right here is MOONCHARTS. So I changed a bit of display and made a few new things here on my site to look. Yeah, so it looks like 8 hours basically. The problem is yesterday I've got an issue when it was coming to trading. So you know, I move it from MOONCHARTS to ATAS. ATAS is very good, but the only problem is when it's too volatile basically. So for example, when you've got this drop yesterday, you've got a 22 seconds latency yesterday. So when you was at the lows and you started to bounce, you were still printing the data at the lows here on ATAS. So when it comes to scalping and you want to get the data, allowing the time to really be early in the move, well, this is terrible, not gonna lie. So if you've got like, at least send here in Discord, you've got like 22 seconds delay in the data. You can see here 22,000 milliseconds. I mean, how is it possible to happen, right? This is just terrible for trading. And next you've got another 3 seconds delay. I mean, this was just terrible to trade. So yeah, added back MOONCHARTS is handling a little bit better the volatility here, and so made a brand new a view, so it looks like on a 8 hours basically. You can see all the big orders, the delta basically in the candles. Very simple view, but anyways. So yeah, let's get back to MOONCHARTS, because this is not possible like to get some delay on the chart. I mean, it's like when you're doing the move to the upside here, you're still down there printing the data on it, so you're like, okay, well, cool, I just missed. If you want to be really accurate and early, you just miss everything. So yeah, in any case, that brings us with this range on the chart. Okay, so this is the most important thing we'll have to do to trade at the moment. I'm just gonna get rid of a few levels here. We don't really care anymore about this. Gonna get rid of that also. Let's have a look here at the daily, so we might get one at the top. Yes, there you go, 1 hour. Naked session, point of control. They're really trailing nothing here. Okay, TPO 120.012.5. Why 20 or 112? No, 120 by the way. Here. Good. And then we have one daily naked point of control at 117,012.5. Okay, and on the TX1 here, really quick. Yeah, there is no real big difference. Okay, good. So right now you can see here we have a nice big bullish CVD still at the highs. Well, all the longs that came in, I don't know where close it here. That's what, do I have the good data again? Because that's also something on XOCharts here you need to take in consideration when you have a VPN on. Sometimes the data are a little bit buggy, so let me just compare to what version here. When it walks also, you can see this is just not walking at the moment. Let's refresh this. Yeah, this is good. Nice. So yeah, big bullish CVD. I mean, well, big bullish CVD. We'll have a high low here, but locally we'll have a bullish CVD. We took the highs. Yeah, I mean, I will definitely not long here, of course. But yeah, we do have. I mean, obviously the short, if I have to short here, will be simply based off the range high. Oh, by the way, I completely forgot to say it, but we have some news today at 2:30 UTC plus 2 as always PPI, so this is moving the market most of the time. And by the way, also I completely forgot, but this is my last update until next week on Wednesday. I will be away. I will be updating in Discord, not as I was doing, for example, since Monday here, because I will be with some family and everything, so I will be enjoying the time with them. But I will still be posting in Discord to update the things. There is anything to update. For example, if you go for the wave 5, I will plan the turrets already now. Yes, in case we bounce higher here, but I'll be updating the smaller wave and everything in any case in Discord. So there will be no daily update, so to speak, between well, there will be no Friday daily update on this Friday, and on next Monday there will be no daily update, so the next update will be on Wednesday next week. As simple as that, basically. Otherwise I will be updating in Discord the whole time. Yeah, so before to move on the lower time frame range here, I just want to check at something really quickly. No, not this candle here. Yeah, we're at the point of control, must, and where is this here? Yeah, I'll not really refer to that. Okay, nice and easy. Oops. Nice and easy, very nice. So what we have here, let's get rid of this DNPOC, we don't really care anymore. Okay, so very simple thing, we can get rid of that. We're going to plan for the moment the resistance, and I'm going to also plan next the support. But first of all, let's plan the resistance. So what do we have here? First of all, we have a range. Okay, so we have the top of the range and the bottom of the range. Yesterday, you know, it was like this. Now that we have some new data, so to speak, we did a deviation above, deviation below. We can take these highs basically. Okay, I'm gonna take this pretty high personally, and we can take the low we've made here to take the high in the bottom of the range. So very simple thing. At the top of the range we look for a short. It depends on the breakout of the data we're going to get limited time. If for example we get some massive weakness, follow it by some MC short reaction and a lower time frame market structure change, this is classed as bearish, and so this is a short entry, as simple as that. If now we get, for example, a very good breakout here with some longs opening, the longs are not even absorbed upon the breakout, then this is classed as bullish, and so you can look for a continuation into the next target. Okay, so that brings us with the first possible short trade. You can see we'll have this nice anchor rate view up. So we can get this first short trade of the breakout of the range high. It depends of the data we're going to get line at time. As simple as that. If we get anything good on the order flow line at time, I will be shorting here. If the order flow is bad for a short trade, there will be no any entry trigger. That's it. Now, if we don't get anything bearish on the order flow, okay, so if we just get acceptance above with nothing bearish basically, then I will be looking towards this resistance up here. This is the only resistance we're having above. If this is broken, I'm looking towards a new all-time high basically. So if we break above the range high, we get nothing bearish, so above 118,500. If we break above this, I'm looking for 120,000 basically, approximately 800, 120,000. If we break above this again, it depends on the reaction. This is the next possible short trade. Again, to trade based off the reaction, I have no limits there. We have to see, and to be there live in the time to see what's going on the order frequency. We cannot predict the data that are going to come live in the time. If again this is very bullish, there is just no reason to short. In that case, I'm looking towards a new all-time high. As simple as that. And so that will fit basically our plan with a wave 1, 2, 3. This was a pullback for a wave 4 before to look for a wave 5. Okay, so we look for a wave 4 bottom here, and we look for a wave 5. Now again, the wave 4 can take a little longer, so that's why we have to be aware of a possible bigger triple wave, either into this range high, drop, take the lows, and then come back up, or even drop further if the count is wrong, and that gives us a very nice short trade here of the all-time high. Otherwise, yeah, into the second target here, get a bigger reversal. Either next bounce from here, either not, it depends. Okay, but yeah, these are basically the two next short targets I'm looking for, so we can set some alerts here. First one and then the second one here. There we go. And otherwise we can look for a new all-time high. Yeah. Sorry, I'm hearing some noise, but I'm alone at home, so I'm like, what the hell? Normally it's fine. Yeah, so these are the two shorts. That will be so for a longer and a bigger triple wave here into the wave 4. And again, if next the long target I'm going to plan is not holding, then we can look for a further drop, and so the count was simply, you know, the ending with a smaller way of leading that we have been planning also. When it was around there, well, it was on Monday if I'm correct. This is a possible count, but again, this is an ending with a smaller way of leading, so it's a lot less probable. Reason why I'm not looking for this. Anyway, so yeah, these are the two shorts here, so let's plan the long. So the long here, okay, so as you can see, went a little bit below here on the wave, went a little bit below here, the 38.2. Normally here, okay, if you add a wave 4 targets, you can see we'll have the 23.6 MC fib and the 38.2. So normally here, in this case, we'll have more chance to stop between the 23.6 and the 38.2. You can see it went already a little bit below. It's fine to do that, okay? It's just less probable to do this. The reason why it's less probable is because we have done a regular wave 2, so to speak. We have done already a 56.18, 66%. This is classed as regular, and so when you do a regular wave 2, you do not expect a big wave 4 next. Is it impossible? No, it's possible. It's just in terms of probability, it is a lot less probable. Now, you can see it's still possible. It's not because we do a regular wave 2 that we cannot do a big wave 4. Normally, you expect a regular wave 2, so between the 23.6 or 30 and 38.2, but you can see we can still go between the 38.2 and 50%. That is normally classed as a big wave 4. Okay, so if we go more down here, very simple, we look for a swing £30 refill auction, and to be very accurate, okay, that brings us with the following trade. So let me just hide this for a second. That brings us with the following target basically. We'll have a 50% of the wave 4 plus a swing £30, a daily negative path control, and the whole latest uptrend here. You can see latest uptrend here, value area high. I don't know where it is on the 70 right here. Let me just, yeah, you can see it's right now. There you go. But yeah, on the 68, it's a little bit below. So if we have to get a short entry from this high here and come back down, or you know, from a little bit higher around 120,000 and come back down here, this is the next target for me. Of course, we can just take this low here and come back here without touching the the lower target. And as always, the best is to go into the target. So this will remain the target for me. I'm gonna wait for it. And maybe I will miss it because I will be with some family for a week, so I won't be that active really trading every single day. I'll be enjoying the time with them, because I'm not really seeing them very often. So yeah, this is the next target. Shall we go more down if we get any rejection basically of the targets we have planned? So we have the short, we have the long, and a very simple thing is, if we get the short here, okay, if we get the short from here or from the 120,000 target, we come back down here, if we don't get any good bullish reaction there, this is not for a wave 4 anymore in that case, and I'm simply going to switch to the ending here. So the wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, it is possible. I'm not going to say that if we lose the 50% it's over. We are going to look for this. There is still an important support, and the count in that case will be wrong. It will be wrong on this count. Let me just control it here. Bam. And so what I can look for here and I can see will be a wave 1, 2. This 1, 2, 3. Well, the wave 1, 2 here was finishing here, so we already got the 3, 4, 5. And so in that case, we are already in the bigger white wave 3, 4, 5. If we're in this configuration, the white wave 4 can go a little bit below because the wave 2 here was small, and when you do a small wave 2, as always, you look for a big wave 4. If you pull the retracement tool from the top here to the bottom, we'll do the opposite as always. If you did not reverse your tool in your tool settings, you can see here we did something smaller than 38.2 here. The retracement is smaller than 38.2, so this is extremely small for a wave 2. So when you do this, well, very simple. You take the retracement tool, you place it for the wave 4, so wave 3 top, wave 3 root, or the opposite as always, and you simply have more chance to go to the 50%. So if you go to the 50%, you can see it's even below that 50% of the current wave 4. It's a little bit below, and what target that will be, it will be simply this anchor rate view up here. Let me just go on a bit of a bigger time frame, one over here. That will be simply the anchor rate view up from the 98,000 low plus the previous all-time high, flip into support, and we'll have a few levels here, daily naked path control, and a few confidence TPU naked session path control. Basically, that will be the next target. If this, 50% of the current wave 4 is broken, the next target will be around this all-time high and anchor rate view up, basically. And that will be still possibly a wave 4. Okay, it's not because we lose the current wave for 50% that it's over. We can still get a bounce next and just, for example, flip the previous all-time high into support. Sorry, and yeah, get the reversal next, basically. That will be for this wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, possible, but I would say at the moment it's less probable. It will become more probable if we lose and don't get anything bullish of the 50% of the current wave 4. Unless it happens, I'm looking for such configuration. Okay, just gonna move this a little bit above here so we can really see the wave. So yeah, that is it basically for Bitcoin. You have the plan with the wave, you have the plan with the levels, you have the news for today, and by the way, I'm gonna also say for the rest of the week, you can also add this on your side here. This is just a calendar and trading view, so you go on the bottom right here, you can see it normally, bottom right, and you can just go into the economic and countries. You just have to add the USA, and from here just click the high importance news here, and this button basically, and you have all the import news that are moving the market basically. Sometimes, again, it depends on the result, and again, I don't care about the results, just have to read the order flow before the news come out, and based on the data, most of the time you're gonna get the right thing. That's it. So yeah, I don't know if you have any questions. Where is it? Here. Good morning, good morning. Jupiter. How long are we live for? 20 minutes? Okay, let's have a look at this. I didn't touch that chart for a while, by the way. Oh yeah, that's something else. So I don't know why it's doing this, but when I have Excel charts open, it says try to access valuation on some tabs. I just don't understand this too. That's pretty weird. Anyways, so it was Jup, Jup, GOP. Sorry, I'm maybe saying this with a nice French accent. Where can we go here? That's all. Hey, there you go. Daily time frame. This is missed. Yeah, I didn't touch this chart for a while here. Oh yeah, okay, well yeah, I did not really. This was not for this low here. This target was for the previous low. This is not for this one. For that low here, yeah, I remember now. It was either we go for a wave 1, 2. Either if Bitcoin had to be bearish, that was an ABC zigzag, and so we look for a bigger WXY down here into the X wave. And so, well, Bitcoin was not, well, it was not that bullish here, that it was driving the odds down at that point. So we've got a bigger drop here. And why? Okay. Okay, so this this will be the wave count. If we have to be bullish and make a bull run from here, we're likely going to go so for the Y wave here, and so we're going to move with a 5 waves impulsive or leading, then a correction, and then another impulsive or an ending this time. So yeah, 5 waves correction, 5 waves basically, not just a 5 waves impulsive like this. So again, I'm placing this up here. I don't even know what the price we can reach here. We need the data for this. And so yeah, to find the target of this bottom here, you could simply pull so this WXY extension basically. Very simple, you just had this W root, W bottom, and the X wave target. Not really well respected, maybe more on the log scale here. Oh yeah, we want rate 23. No, not at all. Is it placed on the log scale? Yeah, there you go. Well, yeah, not the best target on the high time from here, Rich, to be honest with you. So to add some more confidence, you could simply pull this triple wave down into the, you have the W, X, and the Y. So you could add simply this. Looks like it's an ABC zigzag more over this. You could add this triple wave targets. So from this top to this low, I don't know what's the exact count here, but you can see already it's much better. And this one there, no, so this is definitely that low. You can see 123, that's pretty nice. So this right here should be an ABC zigzag, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B. I don't know what's the exact count here, but maybe a leading here with a scam wick like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, bigger. 5 ways down. Yeah, and so that brings us with what here to the upside. Let's have a look at this. Zero 5. Can this be a bigger correction here? It looks like we have an extension down there. Yeah. So concentrate. That's an extension too. W, X, Y, X, and Z then. X and Z. Let me have a look here with the fibs. Yeah, this is what makes more sense. That's pretty ABC. One, two, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That for me is an ABC. Yeah, well, That's pretty weird here. What happened at the top? We have like one wave, you can see 5, 6, 7, and this is the premise. This is a little bit too big here to the downside. I'm not really liking this because we went and touched it 200% down there, and this is really not valid for a flat to get such extension. So I'm wondering here, could this be a larger wave 4? But I mean, when they're really high here, yeah, this is not. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Honestly, this is not possible. This is the count here. There'll be a crazy count here into the wave 3, but we already saw that before. So this will be it. That one is pretty insane. 3 here, so we have a 2618 tap to the dollar, and then what do we have here? A nice 1-to-1 extension. And a nice perfect ANC extension on the LOXL. Yeah, okay. Fine. And so then that will be here at W, X, Y, X, and Z. Let's go with some red. And so yeah, if we have some, again, I'm really taking some fairways here because we have some fairways on absolutely everything before. And now I'm not going to lie, these are some pretty crazy fairways up here. So yeah, by the way, it could be a leading here, ABC. So 1, 2, that'll be an ABC. 4 and 5, that'll be an ABC. That'll be a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's a valid count too, to be honest. Okay, this is a valid count too here. Anyways, if these are some fairways here up like every other ounce, basically, this brings us with a bigger wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to do the levels next really quick. So white wave here, or as always, it can just be an A, B, a C zigzag to the upside, and it depends again of the breakout here, what Bitcoin is doing, what the BTC pair is doing to at the same time. Oh, by the way, we're getting the breakout here. That's lovely. Well, now let's see if we manage to get a sign-off trend here for higher, basically. If we get the wave 3 here, this is pretty perfect. Next, we need to hold a wave 4 and another wave 5, but this is very good already to see this. Let's see if we end up with a C here only, or if we manage to push up here for a wave 5. Where is Jup here? So yeah, ABC zigzag to the upside or impulsive here. Best of course, or be to do an impulsive for higher. We need this. This right here, of course, just right there. Yeah, there are some fairways up anyways. So this is a wave. Took 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can see the wave 5 on the leading here is truncated. So now, before it was not possible, now it is, and we've got this also on MITI, so on the year, can't remember which one exactly, but on one of the two, and we got this. The leading wave 5 is truncated, so speed stops before the wave 3 top. Before you look like 1 year back from now, this was not possible. Now it is. That's why it's very important to stay updated in the market, to make some counts, to update the charts, because they're also changing sometimes. You know, it's like the wave 3 could not be the shortest before. Now it can be the shortest. We've got some impulsive and some leadings where the wave 3 was the shortest. That was not possible before. Or you know, for example, the WXY where the X wave could not take the W route. Well, now it is possible too. The market evolved. We have to accept that. Anyways, that brings us in that case if I fire up as always with an ABC, or a bigger wave 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5 here to the upside, hopefully. Let's go with some green wave here. Okay, and so this will be to complete the C. Or if we go really higher, the wave 3 here to the upside. Okay, Let's go now really quickly on the levels here. So let me just key hold for higher. Yeah, well, there you go. You can see, for example, here, that was the, if we hold this target, we're into for higher. If we lose, we're not going higher. And we went take the loss. That's pretty lovely. So let me just get rid of a few things here. Wow, look at that massive range here. Sword range there, and the top breakout, flip into resistance perfectly, come back down and master the lows. That's lovely. Okay. There is nothing here. Yep, this. And there you go. This is broken already. Lovely. Wow. There is no volume on this. Right. Right, sucks. We're coming for the resistance right now. Well, this is not a really good fixed range, not gonna lie. So what I will refer to is more likely this one here. I don't really care about that. Brings us with a range high here. Yeah, honestly, let me just extend that to the right very quick. Look, consider, so basically right now, okay, we are into this value area high, so this is not really the time too long. On a daily time frame, if you get acceptance above this value area high, the BTC pair is still pushing up. We get the continuation here to the upside. Bitcoin is still bullish, also very important. If we get all of this and we get some daily candle close above, again, no financial advice, but this is an acceptable buy, and you will target the volume is really fucked up on this one, not gonna lie. The pull here from the all-time high to the low here is really terrible. What is this one? Spot. Yeah, it's the same. Well, of course, the first target here will be this new high with the anchor view up coming down here. Okay, so we'll get this wall target here. That will be basically, we try again, we make another attempt to reclaim the range. So we have to keep an eye on this. Okay, if we reclaim this value high, this is classed as bullish. Normally we expect this high here to be tapped. Again, we can hold a lower high, sorry, but yeah, this is basically the zone of price we're going to be aware of. We need to see what the BTC pair is doing. If this is still bullish, this is looking good for higher. Bitcoin still needs to be bullish for a continuation and for a breakout of this. And if we break out of this, not gonna lie, target next are really terrible. Yeah, to be fair, this will be the value high here. Otherwise, I don't really care about those levels. We'll see next with the wave here, but basically for now the target, if we break above this zone here, the target to expect will be this. Okay, just triple checking. We have some volume in here, yeah. Yeah, we might find a bit of resistance in here into the weekly level, but if Bitcoin and BTC pair is still bullish, we will see this normally. So yeah, that is a plan on this one. But yeah, right now we are into the resistance, so to long directly now here, longing the resistance basically, maybe not the best. But it is what we can expect with a wave, and if we reject the current resistance, what it brings us with a 5 waves correction, 5 waves, so an ABC zigzag, or a wave 4 and 5 for a leading, for a bigger wave 1, 2, and boom, 3, 4, 5, possible, but we need to see the wave 4 and 5, unless it happens. This is classed as an ABC zigzag normally, so this is pretty bearish, unless, well, except if these are still rising here, and there is BTC pair, and Bitcoin is still bullish. So yeah, that's the plan for this one. It took almost 20 minutes to update, so we're done for today. Good morning, mate. Good to see you here. Strange with the A test, I don't see here it being referred to the fastest and most. Well, I don't know. This is like really, this is so weird. Maybe I have to change the ticks. The ticks are too small, but I mean, even if the ticks was too small, I mean, my computer is not even lagging. Everything is working fine. It's just, I don't know. Yeah, there is a problem with the software, to be honest. That's weird. That's really weird. I try, to disconnect the crypto SIM. All the stuff like that could maybe have an impact on the latency, but I don't know. Yeah, you got like 20. What's going on there? Oh, Bitcoin is, I guess, taking the high. But yeah, you've got like 22 million. Not 22 million. That'll be a lot of seconds. 22,000. So 22 seconds latency. This is absolutely crazy huge. Like in terms of trading, when you're scalping 22 seconds, well, you just miss out. You just miss everything. So this is just really terrible. Don't know why he's doing this. Maybe there are too many windows. It don't likes to get all this kind of 6 window here at the same time. I don't know. But for example here, if I was on A test, this was lagging here, you will like be stuck at the high and you will not get a the next canals here. I don't know why he's doing this, but he's doing this. So yeah, pretty weird. Right now, pretty weak breakout. We've got against here just decrease on the open interest, just get some short closing basically. So, but again, there is no short or nothing here. This is not classed as bearish. Simple as that. You've got many shorts closing against here. Just before we pump, we've got 33 million of shorts closing here. Now you can see they fixed the issue here. Well, when you was clicking the lock price, I mean, you was deactivating here in the right click, it was activating the settings. And when you was activating in here, it was deactivating the setting. That was pretty funny. Yeah, they made a change here. That's nice. No any more bearish CVD. Yeah, I mean it is. Yeah, again it depends. For a short trade here, the very simple thing will be, you can see the range here, get acceptance back in the range, change the market structure, get the good short reaction in here. If we do so, that's a short, and we can simply look next for, well, an early take profit. I'm not going to wait for the lows here. Basically, you can just simply pull, for example, we have a DNPOC there plus the encourage view updates already on the chart. Yeah, so we can just get this, have the path control around there. So what you will do is simply go on the bit of a bigger time frame, 15 minutes here, pull this fixed range, and you just find out the confidence here. So if we break below here, you can see, for example, here, if we come back below. Okay, am I alive now? I've got a blue screen. I don't know why I'm getting some blue screens these days. Maybe I have to update my drivers. I am live right now? Yes, I am. I don't know what the fuck happened. I am having some blue screens these days. You're back, perfect, good. Yeah, I don't know, this is pretty weird. I'll have to update my drivers, I guess. So I just can't remember what I was saying here. I don't even know where I was. Yeah, I was on Bitcoin. I was looking at the breakout. Yeah. So yeah, basically, to get back to this real quick. Hopefully I don't get another blue screen. So yeah, that will be a short entry. I'm just gonna load up again exo charts here real quick. So yeah, that will be a short entry trigger only if we get acceptance back below in the range here. We get acceptance back below the value high point of control. If we get acceptance below, we change the market structure. We can see if we have a short reaction here, so an MC short reaction, for example. If we do get so, and we get acceptance back below, we change the market structure. The target is very simple and clear, as you can see here. We have only one value low and one day. I mean, we have a liquidity here to take, some stops, daily negative path control, and the value low. So this is a brilliant target for a take profit one, for example. So if this is, we just get the short entry here, this is a target. And if again, if there is anything bullish off this, that's alone. If not, we look, you know, for the lower target we have planned here. Normally we look for this one here. But yeah, overall, don't forget what's the plan. The plan was as stated in this, just loading back everything, as stated into this video here, Bitcoin drop target for new all-time high next. So was looking for a drop to go for a new all-time high. This is the most probable to go for a new all-time high still. So we're looking for a wave 4 to push higher for a wave 5. We are aware of some resistance in between in case we have to do a longer wave 4 and we'll have to do a bigger triple wave, but overall the plan is to go for a new all-time high. Just keep in mind this. Now again, if there is anything bearish, I'm gonna show. I'll tell you, I will show. But again, we need to be there a minute time to see if there is anything good for, yeah, to see if we have to show or not. So anyways, that is the process right now. There is just no short trade because we're just above the range high. Even if that's a weak breakout, well, there is no short reaction yet. We don't have the market structure change. We don't have the short. There is nothing coming in. Yeah, this is also pretty annoying. I have to add back everything here properly. Yeah. So yeah, that's the process. Very simple. Otherwise, we look for, you know, the next target we'll have planned just above. And again, if we don't get anything bearish of this, new all-time high, and we look for the wave 5. And by the way, before to end, let's plan the wave 5 target. So wave 1 root, wave 1 top. If you place it to the wave 2 bottom, it was for the wave 3 target. I'm just gonna check here. Yeah, you can see 2618. Okay, with the wave 3 here, 2618. To find a wave 5 target, simply pull the third click on the wave 4 bottom here. So let me just place this. Good. At the wave 5 targets, we'll have the MC extension, but this is before the wave 5, so we don't care. Next we'll have the 120 extension. This is way too low. So the next target, and again we'll have a nice confluence with a bigger target plan above. We have the 1618 that matches also the gray level here. There is a higher time frame yellow wave 5 target, but again, before to end this, maybe it's gonna give something. But overall, I'm still looking for her because we'll have some smaller wave to finish. So yeah, we'll have this 1618 at 24,500. If we break above, so this is the next target for the wave 5. If we break above, we look for the 130,000 psychological price. As simple as that. These are the two targets if we go for a new all-time high. So yeah, we'll have everything. Oh yeah, maybe I'm not really using such thing, but maybe yeah. Well, if we do so, that's perfect. I hope to. Well, yeah, it depends if we are going to pump to this if we break through this target. But yeah, these are still resistance, so I'm still going to look for shorts in there. Just broke the 200 SMA on the 15 minutes. We might go back to the top of the range. Yep. I'm not gonna take any long here because I'm not longing the breakout personally. But again, everyone have their, how can you say that? Their own style of trading. So yeah, if you prefer Yeah, percent prefer to long the support than the breakout. Even more here because that's pretty weak, so we're not really long this, but that's me, that's not you. You have maybe another method than I do. It's all good. Anyways, so yep, that's it for today. Don't forget, no daily update on Friday, and on Monday next week I will be back only on Tuesday, so the next update will be basically in 1 week, so on Wednesday next week, as simple as that. Otherwise I will be in Discord, of course, updating the chart if there is anything to update, but yeah, I'm not going to be that active because I will be with some family, so I'll be enjoying the time with the family. Anyways, have a brilliant day ahead and a lovely week, well, end of the week of trading. Take care and catch you all in the next one. Cheers.